Good morning, everyone. Today is day 12 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And this sketch is by Miss Carrie. And it looks like it has a big long tag and then strips of paper underneath it. Some embellishments over here, maybe a little stitching here, a little banner here, another little embellishment, and a title here. And then she's got some little embellishments down, well, more little strips of paper. And then it says the story, the story, the story. So mine is going to be very close to that. And I am going to be scrapbooking when we first got to meet Skylar. So this is a while back, well, about 7 years. So, and I'm having a little trouble getting my things done, but luckily I got a couple ahead, but now it's like I'm about to regular day, so because I have this little guy helping me. And this is my youngest grandson, and he was the pirate. And let's see, what day was the pirate? Pirate was yesterday. Okay. See, I made that a couple of days ago, so. Okay, so I've already matted these on a purple because, well, I actually didn't realize she had on purple. All I seen was the turquoise. I didn't even actually realize she actually has that on other colors. But I thought, oh, I love turquoise and purple together. And I have Graceful by Mintay. And I just thought all the colors would look gorgeous with her. So that's what I'm using for my strips. And so I've already taken the center out of this paper, and this is what I'm matting it with, is this floral. So that way it's got a plain background, but the floral base, because you know I'm really into patterns. So anyway, I am going to start by actually taking my patterns and putting them on this, because it will be easier for me to place that than trying to get them underneath just right. So I'm going to actually flip this over. Nope, it's not going to work. Okay, maybe I'll put it on this because that way you can see it. And what I'm going to do is put a couple of strips of tape there, and then I'm going to, I think, start with this here. Actually, maybe I want to start on the other side. I kind of pulled them off, I think, the way that I figured I'd put them on. And let's see here. So I kind of want this down at one end, this down at this end, and then the wider stripe, and then the pink. So I'm going to kind of get a plan here. And then this here, then this here, and let's see. Maybe I'll switch this with this and put this over here like this. Okay. So I'm just going to go back and forth with my sizes. So I'm going to bring this down here towards the bottom. And remember, everything is 6 inches, but some of my things are going to be covered up with embellishments. Okay, and I'm going to overlap. And now this one is easy because I can overlap with that stripe. Okay. And then pull this one down a little bit. Now I probably need this. I guess this will be my hardest part because I'm gonna have to try to keep that straight. And then use this. Okay. Because now I'm gonna want to overlap the pink a little. I actually needed to tape that down onto something else, I guess, but I think this will work. Okay, it should be good. Whoops, maybe not. Okay, and then pull this over a little bit. As long as I keep that pretty much straight, but that I keep moving every time. And I really think this is easier, but maybe not. Okay, that's straight. And then I think I wanted that down too. Oh well. Okay. I think I'm gonna bring this up too. I don't want to alternate completely. Okay, and then, you know what, I didn't overlap them quite enough. Okay, so this one's going to have to slide over a little bit. I know I had to do this the first time I planned it. Okay, so this is going to down just a little bit. Hopefully with these being a little heavier duty, they'll peel off a little better than some. Oh, I left a little bit behind, but that's okay. Okay. Terry. Okay. Now I probably have it where I don't want tape. Okay, so let me try that again. Maybe it's not easier. I just thought, oh, it's got to be easier. I think I did this one other time and it seemed pretty easy, but I don't know why I'm having trouble now. Okay, this one has to go up a little bit. And then I want the pink next. And I probably don't have enough tape there now. Okay, I'm still gonna have to get 4 more. No, I'm stuck to it. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that down. Or no, I want this up, don't I? Because I want some going up. I want a little bit more random looking instead of just back and forth. Okay, let's try this. Okay, and then this one's gonna have to kind of be on here. And I see I don't have any tape over there. Okay, open this one needs to be up. Okay, and then this one just on that edge. I'm gonna have to put a little tape there. So just a little bit of that edge showing should do it. Okay. Does that look random enough? Probably. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna lay the pictures on and we'll see how it looks, because part of it is gonna be covered up with embellishments. So this is how it's gonna look. I think that should be good. Okay. So now I'm gonna move this piece, the part I cut out of the center, and here's my main part again. Okay, now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get it to my spot, because I gotta leave enough room for the embellishments. Let's see, I have this little bucket I'm gonna stick up here at the top. So that's gonna be about there. And so I think I'm gonna go ahead and tape this on here first. I probably should have went at it the same way I actually put it together making the plan, but I just thought, oh, if I could just put those layers down first, it'd probably be easier. And I know one other time I did that, but I don't know if it was harder this time or what. Okay, and so this is gonna go right across there. So see, to me that does look easier, because it's like you can just lay this there. Okay, and I'm gonna bring this over here more, because rather I didn't have enough of this paper to make a tag. So I just figured I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so I am going to line up with that. And then figure out where it needs to be from there. Because again, I know I'm going to have to be just slightly to one side and then the other. And I'm not even seeing any of that purple stripe, so I need to pull it down a little bit. Oh, I'm actually supposed to be right over that other, my base. Okay, that should do it right there. Okay, so now I just need to make sure it's straight with my base there. And it looks like all my things are crooked. Okay, I thought I had this great plan. Maybe not. Okay, I think that's pretty good there. Let's see if that looks like it's straight now. I don't know. I can't tell if it looks like it's straight or not. Actually, it looks like it's not. Okay, I'm going to take it and just turn it slightly, because I think it just looks like it's not straight. Okay, let's see. Can I straighten it with this? It actually looks like it's straight here, so I'm gonna assume it is. Okay, because I have astigmatism, so sometimes things look a little off to me and they're not. Okay, and then I'm going to actually connect this to this like that. And so I just want it to be about the same here and there. Feels like I'm not quite connected to my things there. But I will stick this down, and then I shouldn't be going anywhere after that. And maybe a little connection right there with the other paper. So, you know, normally I don't over tape. I'm gonna over tape now. Okay, and I'm thinking it's gotta be right about there. I need to put it a little bit more this way. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm too far that way. Before I push it down, I'm gonna look. Okay, that looks about right to me. Okay. So, that looks the right distance. Excuse my head if it's in the camera. Okay, I think that's good there. And then I'm not going to tape this down yet because I have a reinforcer, or it's going to be a reinforcer. You know, I have one of those little reinforcer punches, but I'll tell you, it's never really worked very well for me. I don't know what the deal is. But I think I'm going to take it apart and try to... one of my punches was like crooked from so much use because we had done some wedding invitations with it. And so taking it apart and putting it back together like made all the difference. Okay, so I've made a dot in the middle of this and I made a dot in the middle of this, so I'm shooting for that. Okay, and I usually always put a dot in the middle, or what I think is the middle, just because if I don't, I really can't tell where I'm at once I, you know, get my punch over the hole. And it's like, okay, I need to at least have that there and then hope I'm somewhere in the center. Okay, and I'm probably going to cover this whole thing up because of how I plan on putting the little ribbon on it, but I still want the reinforcer there in case it shows. Okay, and then I'm just going to stick that right up next to it. Okay. Now for the fun part. I was like, I love doing the embellishing part. Okay, so I made 2 little strips, just like Miss Carrie did. And okay, and I'm gonna put one of these here and then one here. And I know she did not put a frame around it, but you know, I've really been into framing lately, so sometimes I just do it. Okay. And again, where's my invisible ruler? And I'm gonna put that somewhere in this area, but I'm gonna butt it right up to my inner frame, and then I'm gonna put this little one just underneath it. Okay. And then I have up here at the top, I'm gonna put this little bucket, so you're not even gonna see that first little thing there. And then I'm gonna put this over top of it. Let's see, think about, I'm gonna try not to cover up my head. This is me and my husband with Skylar. And she was probably just a few days old. And I had made these little flags with some of the scraps. And I always have such a hard time throwing the Mintay scraps away, so usually I don't. And this day I just went ahead and made the little banners, or the little flags. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick that right here on the edge, or maybe up just a little bit, so maybe you can see a little bit of that stripe. I'll just do that. Okay, and then I've already put this up on dimensionals, because when I put the flags underneath there, it'll work better if it's a little dimensional, because it's going to get a little dimensional just from the toothpicks. Okay, so I'm going to just bring that. I want this kind of curve to it, because that way it looks like the flowers are arranged that way. And again, I want it to not be on my head. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on these. And I usually put some on the actual flag and then somewhere down the toothpick. Okay, and I just thought this would be cute on a baby page to have little flags there. Because I'm not really having any baby embellishments on this one. And then I'll just stick a little bit of glue right behind this. And I just put a little dry glue right there, but got that up there. Okay, and then this here. Okay. Oh, and I have this little bird here, and I'm gonna put this little bird somewhere in the midst of this. I don't know where yet. Maybe I'll decide at the end. Okay. And then right above her, I'm gonna put new, because she was pretty new here. So I'm just gonna, and Miss Carrie actually has her title down at the bottom left, but I'm gonna have more embellishment. I didn't really know where to put them with the way that I was planning the embellishments, and I thought it would be nice just to have it right over her. So that was what I decided. Now if I can just shoot for, I mean, 3 letters here. You think I could get them on? But I have been watching a baby all day. Okay, and I think I just need to slide down this E a little bit. Okay, that's good there. So it's just right over her. So maybe I'll even put the bird over the new. I don't know. Haven't planned yet or decided. kind of had it down here, but now that I have that up, maybe we'll have to put it up on dimensionals if I decide to put it there. Okay, and then over on this area, I am going to have this floral. And again, I gotta see how the flowers are arranged a certain way where it looks like that's how they would lay. So I think it's about like this. So I think about there is going to be good. And I'm going to put just a little tape on there. Well, actually, it seems like a lot, but I'll put more on it once I have everything done. Okay, and then I have this little lantern. I just love all these little pieces that they have in Mintay. Okay, and I'm just gonna tuck it down here. Kind of down here, where it just looks like it's sitting in front of it. And okay, there. And then I have this watering can. Whoops, watering can. I was already thinking about just pulling the tabs off. I don't know where the video turned off. Hopefully I got most of it. Okay, so I'm putting this bird here. I think the bow, I might put it up on dimensionals too. I haven't really decided about that. Okay, where are they? Here. Now, I told you how I film in the kitchen, and my grandson really likes the kitchen and he likes this table. I don't know what it is. And I'll tell you, tonight he ate so much food, I could not believe it. Okay, where's my little scissors? So I have not, I think that's all I can put on there. So it was like, you know, I had to move everything to the middle of the table because you can't really reach the middle, but I really have to watch it. Because I'm thinking, oh, he's just gonna want to climb in the middle of the table. So it's like every time we walked out into the kitchen, I had to come out here with him. Okay, so I'm gonna stick that little bow right down here. And then I'm gonna put the little bird just on top of where it's almost like he's kind of tucked behind the bow. Because, you know, he's a fancy bird, he wants to be there by that bow. Okay, and then I have this, some little flowers that I want to stick over here on this little thing because I'm carrying my little design around. So I'm gonna have my bird here, I'm gonna have a bird here, flowers in all three places. And so I have these little flowers and I kind of want them like they're laying down. Like these ones have just been trimmed and sitting there. So I think kind of like this. I'm just going to put a little tape on them just in case I have to move it. So I'm going to kind of lay this here. Tuck this one kind of behind it a little. And then I've got 2 leaves, I think, for here and 1 here. I think I'll just do 1 here. That's kind of what I was thinking. So just tucking that in here. Kind of little bit up, because I'm going to put this bow there too. And so I'm going to put the bow about here, where it's kind of looks like it's kind of holding the flowers together. And then this little bird, yeah, I think it should be good right there. Okay. And now that I'm almost to the end, I'm going to have to commit on this little bird. And I think I'm going to put him there, but I'm going to put him up on dimensionals too. And I think my little scissors, I hid my little scissors because, or you know, I stuck them someplace where he wouldn't get up and find them. Okay, where am I? Okay, so I think just there, because I usually would cut that one in half. Is he tilted right? I got to tilt him a little bit more. Okay, so that's there. Okay, and I have these little turquoise one that looks just like her dress, and I just have 9 of these tiny ones. Oh, and this is what I want. And I think, you know, since, oh, where's my big scissors? Okay. I'm just gonna cut this off here. So I'm just gonna use 3 in each spot, but just keep with the tiny ones. Since she's new, I just thought that would be cute. And since this was the color I wanted, I thought I am just going to use those. I thought, because they're tiny, it's cute. I want to try to get some more of her done because she's the youngest of the girls, and so I'm thinking I could probably get her book kind of starting putting her book together, because I've got piles of layouts, because you know I've been trying to do one a day for a long time, even when it's not 30 days of sketches. So I really would like to get some of these things in an album. And so hers would be the, well, her and my youngest grandson, they would be the easiest because I got the least amount of pictures of them. And I want to get Brenna's going enough that I can take her albums for her graduation. And so there's going to be so many, we might have to narrow it down. So, oh, and I forgot her ribbon. And this, I don't even know where this ribbon came from, but it's kind of the palest turquoise, and it looks like baby ribbon. So, I mean, it looks so delicate that this is the one I pulled out 3 different ribbons, but this is the one I want to use. And I'm just going to tie it into a bow and glue it over that spot. Because I just love this ribbon, because it's just so, it looks like baby ribbon to me. Okay, so I'm just making a good bow, hopefully. And I figured I would just tie it right over that, and then, well, you know how I like to knock that thing over. Okay. Okay. Now which way do I like it the best? Still think this way, okay. So I'm just gonna put it right on top of that and glue it. Because I thought I just want it to be a little bow. I just seen the tiniest baby squirrel today, and I think it's the first one I ever seen one that was that little. It was so funny. I thought, what is that? Then I realized it was a squirrel, but its tail looks so little that it's like I just couldn't even hardly believe it, that I'd never ever seen one before. Because I mean, I live by all these trees. Okay, so that's it. And I'll put journaling on someplace, because it will just be a few lines about when we went to see her, and I'll have to find it in on my Facebook to find out the day that we went. But that's it for today, and I love this sketch. It's so cute, and I've really enjoyed like every sketch. And if you haven't been playing along, I mean, the very first time that I heard about the 30 Days of Sketches, I didn't participate, but I went in and printed out the sketches. So I still have those sketches, and maybe one day I'll go ahead and do those too. But it's just so fun to, you know, it's like, usually I'll take pictures and then I find my papers. So, you know, this way you're taking the sketch first. I mean, every time that you do something different, it just it's good for your brain. And it's like it makes you think differently. And I just have really been loving it. And I don't remember if I loved it this much before, but it's just so much fun. And remember, these sketches are all exclusive to this 30 Days of Sketches. And this is series 12. And then we'll be back again in October doing it. So I will have all the links down at the bottom in the drop down menu. And so go and check everybody else out. You know, on the Facebook group, you can just see the different layouts. And then on the YouTube group, you can go in and just like push the button and just watch like a whole bunch of them. So it's a lot of fun. I love it. I haven't got to watch too much because I've been so busy, and now I got a grandson here. So I'm really behind now, but you know, it's like when you catch up, you catch up. So thanks for joining me, and I will be back tomorrow with day 13. And then this is also day 13 is it's themes on the 13th, and it's also my Tuesday, my Tool Time Tuesday, and it's going to be, what are they called? They're called embossing folders, and it will be my first time using them. So thanks again for joining me. I will have close-ups at the end. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.